Hey guys, it's Jade, and today I'm going to be making a video all about the basics of nutrition. So I'm making this video because recently I've been getting a lot of questions from my friends and my family on kind of stuff that I would think that they should know. And so I decided to make a video going in depth about the basics of nutrition and what people should know from the age of I don't know, elementary school to 90 years old. People should know this stuff that's going to be in the video. Basically, I'm going to be talking about macronutrients, micronutrients, what everybody should be getting in their diet. And this isn't just for vegans, this is for meat eaters. If you eat meat, fine. If you don't eat meat, fine. This is for everybody. This is just a non biased basic nutrition lesson. So I hope you get something useful from this, and I hope it's not too boring, but really, guys, you should know this stuff. So, okay, let's go on into it. The goal when eating is to eat the foods with the most nutritional density. We need to eat to live, not the other way around. We have to break the emotional relationship with our food in order to live a healthier and happier life and to be in optimal mental and physical shape. A famous quote from the philosopher Hippocrates is, "Let food be thy medicine, and let medicine be thy food." Basically, what he's saying is that if you're eating the right types of food that are high in nutritional value, your body will be able to heal itself, because with the right fuel, that's what your body is meant to do. Calories. Calories are the energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water through 1 degree Celsius, or equal to 1,000 small calories, and often used to measure the energy value of foods. So according to the FAO, the minimum calorie intake per day for both men and women is 1,800 calories. Anything below that is not sustainable. So this means all of those low-calorie fad diets are not healthy for your body, and you're depriving your body of what it needs. The recommended amount for women is 2,200 and for men is 2,700. So above 1,800 calories, it basically varies person to person, depending on how active you are and your metabolic rate, stuff like that. So somebody that is pretty much sedentary and doesn't really do much throughout the day might only require 1,900 calories. But it's best to at least get in 2,000 calories a day in order to maintain a healthy, balanced lifestyle and to maintain your weight. All foods contain calories. Foods such as fruits and vegetables tend to be much lower in calories than starches, meats, etc. This is why it's important to eat larger quantities of these foods when you consume them as a meal in order to eat an adequate amount of calories and to feel satiated. So, for example, if you're eating a salad for lunch, you're going to need to eat a lot more because lettuce is so low in calories than if you were eating a hamburger or a sandwich with meat and dairy products. You would need to eat a lot less because it's so rich in calories that it will fill you up a lot faster. Just like if you're eating a mono meal of watermelon for breakfast, you're going to have to eat a lot more watermelon than if you were eating an English muffin with eggs or a bowl of oatmeal. So an interesting fact is water is considered a negative calorie food because first off, water has 0 calories. And so when you drink ice water, your body uses energy to bring the water to your body's temperature, and that burns more calories than you're putting in. Macronutrients. A macronutrient is an essential nutrient that has a large minimal daily requirement, including proteins, fats, carbohydrates, and water. The term sometimes specifically includes and sometimes specifically excludes minerals required in amounts greater than 100 milligrams a day, including calcium, chloride, magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, sodium, and sulfur. Most of the times when you see the little macronutrient ratio pie chart, the only 3 that are on there are fats, carbs, and proteins because those are the bulk of your diet, and they're the 3 main categories. People that are following different diets have different specific macronutrient ratios. So the ratio basically says how much of your diet you're getting from proteins a day, how much you're getting from carbs a day, how much you're getting from fats a day. It's pretty self-explanatory. So for example, most vegans have an 80-10-10 ratio, so that means 80% carbs, 10% fats, and 10% proteins. And a lot of people that are into bodybuilding and bulking up are doing a lot higher in fats, and a lot higher in proteins. I personally don't believe in following a specific macronutrient ratio. I imagine mine is around 70, 15, 15, pretty much around there, but I don't really track it because I know that I'm getting the nutrients that I need, and that's really all that I'm worried about. Carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are one of the main types of nutrients in the macronutrient ratio. They are the most important source of energy for your body. The most important source of energy for your body. That means the low carb diets are going to leave you tired, laggy, and without any energy. So you need to eat carbs enough until you're satiated, until you have energy to go on about your day. Your digestive system changes carbohydrates into glucose, which is blood sugar, and your body uses the sugar for energy for your cells, tissues, and organs. So yes, you do need carbs for energy. If you want to thrive, if you want to be alive, you have to include carbohydrates in your diet. So there are two types of carbohydrates. There are simple carbohydrates and complex carbs. So in the simple carbohydrates, there are two branches, refined and natural. So refined carbohydrates are really not that great for you. They're table sugar, molasses, which isn't bad, honey, soda, candy, cookies, all that stuff that's listed. And then the natural, simple carbohydrates include fruits and raw fruit juices. Those are great for you because fruit contains a lot of fiber, which most Americans are deficient in, and raw fruit juice does not have the fiber but can still have a lot of packed vitamins and minerals, especially if you're getting the fortified ones that add vitamin D and calcium. So those are a great way to get in nutrients because they're very nutritionally dense foods. So the complex carbohydrates, those consist of potatoes, whole grain pasta, whole grain bread, oatmeal, corn, beans, and lentils. Many people have a misconception that complex carbohydrates are not good for you. However, these are the types of foods that, as I mentioned before, help you to have energy, help you to thrive, and help you to be the best you can be. Proteins are large biomolecules or macromolecules consisting of one or more long chains of amino acid residues. There are 9 essential amino acids. There are more than 9 actual amino acids, but there are only 9 that are essential for you to have in your diet from day to day. These consist of histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan, and valine. Babies need about 10 grams of protein a day. School-age kids 19 to 34, teenage boys need up to 52, teenage girls and adult women need 46, and adult men need about 56. You should be getting about 10% of your calories from protein, but no more than 35% according to the Institute of Medicine. So that has to do with your macronutrient ratio. 10% would be the percentage of protein that you would be getting. So too much protein can be toxic for your body because your body can't digest it properly. Continuing on with protein, popular sources of protein include meats, dairy, eggs, and powdered supplements. And usually the powdered supplements are whey proteins, but if they are vegan options, then they're usually pea protein or soy protein. Many people don't realize the amount of protein in many plant-based foods such as spinach, kale, broccoli, cabbage, beans, mushrooms, nuts, seeds, and spirulina. You can easily obtain the essential amino acids through these foods. Using these foods as protein sources will also give you many other essential vitamins and minerals such as vitamin K, C, A, iron, calcium, etc. If you do consume animal products for protein, it is best to eat lean meats. Fatty meats are not a good staple in anyone's diet. Many animal products are high in saturated fat, which raise cholesterol. It's best to eat less of things like butter and cheese for those reasons. So here's an example. You have a Yoplait yogurt, which is very high in sugar and high in fat, compared to a Fage yogurt with 0% fat and low in sugar. And a hot dog, which is a fatty meat that's been very processed, as opposed to lean steak. And chicken nuggets obviously aren't healthy compared to a grilled chicken breast or a baked chicken. Fat. Healthy, unsaturated fats are beneficial because they can protect you from heart disease when it's used in place of saturated fats. The body can synthesize most of the fats it needs. However, two essential fatty acids, linolenic and linoleic acid, cannot be synthesized in the body and must be obtained from food. These basic fats found in plant foods are used to build specialized fats called omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. So the different types of fats are unsaturated, which contain omega-3, 6, and 9, trans fats, which are harmful for your body, and saturated fat. So some examples of omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acid containing foods are fish, flax seeds, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, soybeans, kidney beans, walnuts, leafy greens, squash, cold-pressed olive oil, nut butters, avocado, etc. And obviously a bunch of the other nuts as well. Some examples of items that would have trans fats are processed foods such as cakes, burgers, chips, french fries, etc. So those are not good for your body and they can clog your arteries and you can get into all kinds of trouble. Some types of saturated fat can be beneficial. Coconut oil is high in saturated fat, however, it has also a lot of benefits to it as well. Some of the examples of items containing saturated fat would be coconut milk and eggs. Water. It's very important to drink an adequate amount of water every day. We need about 2 to 3 liters or 8 cups of water a day, where 8 ounces equals 1 cup. Your body uses water in all of its cells, organs, and tissues to help regulate its temperature and maintain other bodily functions. Because your body loses water through breathing, sweating, and digestion, it's important to rehydrate by drinking fluids and eating foods that contain water. So some examples of water-rich foods include fruits such as melons and fruits such as peaches, and some vegetables like cucumber are very rich in water. Water is a beautiful thing. It's what most of your body is made out of, and so you should definitely make sure you are drinking enough. One good alternative to water would be coconut water, because coconut water has natural occurring electrolytes and beneficial fatty acids, so it will replenish your body. It's especially good when you're exercising as opposed to sugary and artificial color flavored sports drinks such as Gatorade. So coconut water is definitely something to keep on hand. Micronutrients. So micronutrients consist of vitamins and minerals, and they are just like macronutrients except they are needed in smaller amounts. So these consist of B vitamins, vitamin C, A, D, E, and K, major minerals, and trace minerals. So the B vitamins are biotin, folic acid, niacin, pantothenic acid, riboflavin, thiamine, vitamin B6, and vitamin B12. These are all very, very important in your body, and if you are deficient in B vitamins, it can have major negative impacts on your health in the future. Vitamin B is prevalent in a lot of fortified foods, and there are things such as nutritional yeast, which is made for the purpose of vitamin B, and it tastes like cheese, and a lot of vegans use it as a staple in their diet to get in their vitamin B12, which is otherwise kind of hard to get in a vegan diet. So there's also vitamin C, A, D, E, and K. These are all very present in fruits and vegetables. If you're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, you don't have to worry at all about getting these in. You can get your vitamin K from leafy green vegetables like broccoli, kale, spinach. All of those are very high in vitamin K. So your major minerals are calcium, chloride, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, and sulfur. Your trace minerals are chromium, copper, fluoride, iodine, iron, manganese, molybdenum, selenium, and zinc. And an interesting fact is actually if you eat one Brazil nut a day, you can get 165% of your daily required selenium, which otherwise for me was hard to maintain in my vegan diet. Whether you eat meat or you don't eat meat, all of these vitamins and minerals are essential and you can easily maintain them on either lifestyle. Cholesterol. Cholesterol is a waxy substance that comes from two sources, your body and your food. Your body, and especially your liver, makes all the cholesterol you need and circulates it through the blood. But cholesterol is also found in foods from animal sources such as meat, poultry, and full-fat dairy products. Your liver produces more cholesterol when you eat a diet high in saturated and trans fats. So as we talked about, most saturated and trans fats are not good for you. So it's better to take these items out of your diet so that you can maintain a healthy lifestyle and you won't have to worry about the risk for stroke and heart disease. So here I put together a list of foods and ingredients that you have to stay clear of, that you should stay clear of to be healthier. And these are in most processed foods. So non-organic corn byproducts, non-organic soy products, canola byproducts, refined processed sugars, iodized salt, artificial colors, artificial flavors, bleached flours, genetically modified foods, preservatives, and anything you cannot pronounce. These ingredients are toxic for the body and will only cause you health issues. These ingredients are mostly genetically modified, such as the corn byproducts, soy byproducts, and canola byproducts. You don't want to be putting these types of things in your body when they're so processed and they're so unnatural. So try your best to stay clear of these, and as long as you're eating minimal amounts of processed foods, you won't really have to worry about stuff like this. So here are some common misconceptions about food. Carbs are bad. As we went over previously, carbs are not bad. A lot of people think that they have to eat low carb in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle, but that is just not true, and you and I both know that now. You have to restrict calories to be fit. No, you do not. You have to get the right amount of calories so you can exercise and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Restricting your calories will get you nowhere, and it'll just give you a bad relationship with your food, and you do not want that. You need to eat animal products in order to be healthy. Although I said this wasn't going to be a vegan centralized video, I'm throwing this in there because a lot of people think this is true, and it's not true. As I stated previously, all the essential micronutrients and macronutrients can be attained with both an omnivorous diet and a plant-based diet. The next one is that soy is bad. Yes, soy that is processed and genetically modified is not good for you. Anything genetically modified is not good. So all the soy byproducts that are in the processed foods, you should definitely steer clear of. But if you're getting organic tofu or organic soybeans, in moderation, those are definitely not bad for you and can really be beneficial to add into your diet. Both of those options are an excellent source of plant-based protein. The next one is you need supplements and vitamins to be healthy. A lot of people take a daily vitamin because they believe that it'll make them healthier. However, that's not necessarily true because if you're eating a diet that is rich in nutritionally dense foods, as I've stated over and over, you will not need to be taking a supplement because you'll be getting all the necessary vitamins and minerals and all that jazz. So yes, you do not need to take supplements or vitamins to be healthy as long as you're keeping track and you know that you're not deficient in any specific area. The next misconception is that salt is bad. This is not necessarily true because not all salt is bad. Our body uses salt to maintain some of its essential bodily functions. For example, salt is used to uptake certain nutrients from our intestines. Salt also helps to maintain fluid in our blood cells and to relay information in our muscles and nerves. Our bodies don't naturally produce salt, so it's up to us to give it to our bodies. In most conventional table salt, the salt is processed to remove all of the essential minerals needed for our body. And after all of these are removed, what's left is 99% sodium chloride, which is not in its natural form. Table salt is a highly refined product. The high balance of sodium chloride in table salt makes it easy for a person to exceed the daily intake limit. The difference between table salt and Himalayan pink sea salt is that Himalayan salt happens to be 85% sodium chloride and the remainder contains over 80 plus minerals. These minerals can help your body balance your pH, regulate water content, remove toxins, help absorb nutrients, prevent muscle cramping, and they create an overall balance in your body. So certain types of salt can be very beneficial to your body as a whole. GMO, or genetically modified organisms, are living organisms whose genetic material has been artificially manipulated in a laboratory through genetic engineering, or GE. Many commercial fruits and vegetables are genetically modified to have a longer shelf life, to repel insects, or to be resistant to herbicides. Other GM products are ingredients in processed foods. Most processed foods, unless stated GMO-free, have genetically modified ingredients such as high fructose corn syrup, soy byproducts, etc. Here's a link if you want to click to go learn more about genetically modified organisms. Organic products do not have toxic chemicals or GMOs in them. Therefore, by buying organic, you're sure to be safe from harmful GMOs. While eating organic tends to be a little more on the pricey side, it'll definitely be worth it because you're investing in yourself, and that's the most important thing. Don't trust everything you hear or see. A lot of products are advertised to make people looking for healthier choices want to buy that product. It'll have a label saying low fat, low calorie, natural, good source of calcium, etc. These are just marketing ploys. You have to read the ingredients. Make sure you know exactly what you're buying and what you'll be putting into your body. Look at the nutritional density of the product, the amount of refined sugar, sodium, etc. Don't just assume it's healthy based on what the packaging says. Also, be careful of what you believe from what you read online. Many studies are funded by the groups the study is in favor of. For example, the meat and dairy industries fund a lot of studies promoting their foods. You have to find non-biased research articles and dig a little deeper than just searching Google and clicking on the first link that pops up. Transitioning to a healthy lifestyle. If you want to start eating more healthfully, why not start today? Think of your favorite guilty pleasure. Ice cream? Cake? Well, whatever it is, save that to eliminate last. Most people try to go cold turkey and eliminate everything all at once. Lifestyle changes like these should happen gradually. Start out by switching from soda to a non-concentrate high-quality juice. Then switch out your refined sugar for raw sugar and your salt for Himalayan pink sea salt. Next, cut back on the greasy foods. Just think about how you'll feel after that cheeseburger, those chili fries, or that slice of chocolate cake. You'll feel tired, bloated, and gross. What if you switch those unhealthy foods out for a bowl of spicy sautéed vegetables with pearled barley and beans, or a potato and vegetable curry stew? Add in some lean chicken if you'd like, and voila, dinner is served. A lot of people might say they don't have time to eat healthy. However, your argument is invalid. When I'm in a time crunch, I use frozen vegetables, low-sodium canned beans, and leftover brown rice to make a nutritious and yummy meal. You can do it! A plant-based whole foods diet is a non-restrictive diet that is centered around plants such as fruits, vegetables, legumes, rice, quinoa, nuts, seeds, minimal amounts or no amounts of animal products, and very little to no processed foods. There are no real rules of a plant-based diet. You eat until you're satisfied, and you eat as clean as possible. There are endless possibilities as to what you can create in the kitchen with this lifestyle. It helps you to feel energized, satisfied, and vibrant. This is the lifestyle I recommend. It is a sustainable lifestyle for everyone, from bodybuilders to inactive people. It is very easy to obtain all of the essential nutrients, and your body will thank you. Remember, your body is like a car, and food is the gas. It's as simple as that. Eat to live, don't live to eat. I also recommend intuitive eating. Intuitive eating is a nutrition philosophy based on the premise that becoming more attuned to the body's natural hunger signals is a more effective way to attain a healthy weight rather than keeping track of amounts of carbs, fats, etc. Your body knows what it's doing. As I mentioned previously, it's like a car. Once you have transitioned to a healthy lifestyle, you shouldn't have to worry so much about your food. Eat what you want to eat, when you want to eat it, until you're satisfied. Now, that doesn't mean go out and eat a box of Twinkies if you're craving them. It means listening to your body. Don't stick to a specific diet. One day you may be hungrier than another day. Eat. One day you may be craving more fats, so eat some nuts or some avocado. Same goes for sweets. Eat some fruit if you're having a craving for sugar. Never restrict yourself from what your body needs. It's good to track what you're eating in the beginning to make sure you're getting the proper nutrition. But once you've got it down, don't become obsessed over your food. It's all about balance. Obsessing over every single thing you eat can also lead to an unhealthy relationship with your food, which will then lead to certain eating disorders. I hope you guys learned a lot from this nutrition video and that you can go on to share this information with your family and friends. And please don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and comment any other questions you have about nutrition, and I can try my best to give you an educated answer. And any other questions you have either about a plant-based whole foods diet or vegan diet. I will link some of my favorite vegan YouTubers down below so you guys can go check them out and watch some more informative videos. And that is pretty much it. Bye!